Alrighty, so new Sariel is out. I did my summons this morning. I don't know if you guys are interested in watching summons or anything. I personally don't really care about watching people summon anymore, mainly because the game has a guaranteed. Yeah, you can get lucky before the guaranteed, but I don't know. At whatever point, like small banners, I'm gonna do one rotation, see what I get. Big banners, depending on how it goes, I might 6-6 the unit. I don't know. Just I don't like watching them anymore, so I don't really record them. But if you want to see them, I guess let me know, and I'll I'll try to record them. But it's easier for me because I normally work during the week to just summon when I wake up in the morning and then come home and then do the showcase later. So either way, we have the new Sariel. If you don't know what she does, works in the backline actually, which is kind of nice. For each goddess ally participating in battle, their basic stats increase by 5%, which could actually be pretty insane considering we're using Elat in the back for the moment just because I want to use this character up front for the showcase. And she's already giving basic stats, so Elat gives basic stats, Sariel gives basic stats, and if I'm not mistaken, the new Melly Elizabeth gives basic stats for the goddess team as well. So that's a lot of basic stats. When a goddess ally does not take damage from enemy skills during the enemy's turn, their attack increases by 40%. This new Sariel does taunt, like at the very beginning of the turn, if I'm not mistaken. So the hero taunts enemies and decreases damage taken by 40% for 2 turns at the start of the battle. So this taunts at the beginning, has an amplify counter, looking a lot like the budget Albedo. For each buff applied to goddess allies, their defense-related stats increase by 5%, max of 40% as well. So, kind of interesting, kind of crazy. Obviously, we have the Holy Relic as well, which I never really showcased it very much, I don't think. But when an ally uses, or when an enemy uses a skill on the hero, grants an effect that increases its attack by 20% for 1 turn. When inflicting damage to an enemy using skills or counters, recover 15% of damage dealt, or yeah, recovers HP by 15% of damage dealt. So works really good considering this character also has a taunt just like the old one does. Regular card is a deplete card, single target, and then we have an amplify taunt, which is obviously pretty cool with a quell ultimate. So pretty good CC as well. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but if I got one more dupe, she would be at 70k, which is not bad at all. So this is the team that we're going to run because obviously we want to use buffs and stuff like that. So we're just going to use this. I'm using Elat in the back. Not entirely sure if Elat's the best option or not, but you could probably run like Nanashi or something if you wanted to just go like max buffs. But I don't know. I like the synergy of goddess teams and just teams in general to be as cohesive as possible. And Nanashi's not necessarily a goddess backliner, so this is what I'm going with. We're just going to use it how I assume it's meant to be used. But either way, I did face one this morning, but I was using the Lancelot team, and Lancelot does not play very well with the new Melly Elizabeth unit, so I lost. But the new Sariel was kind of cool nonetheless. So we do still already have the taunt on. I think in a scenario like this, we just go ahead and, well, we need to put the shield on so we can use Melly Elizabeth next turn. Let's go ahead and buff. I guess we can just, well, let's go ahead and taunt and then just use the AoE from Melly. See how that goes. I'm gonna either call him Melly or Liz. I'm sure you'll know which character I'm talking about, I assume. Okay. Did have evasion food, so nothing crazy there. He's running Demon Team, so I don't know if he's gonna break the shield. He does not completely break the shield, which is good. More he attacks into me, the more buffs and stuff I get for Sariel, and he's going to take counter damage. Not entirely sure how much damage we're going to be looking at, but he puts up his shield, so it won't be amplify until he gets through the shield. So we'll see how that goes. Ooh, okay, that's actually not doing that much. Didn't quite break the shield. It does apply the debuff from the Grace, though, so that's at least kind of nice. Okay, does break the shield on her. AoE from Melly. So, okay. You could probably play that to your advantage and just use the AoE from Melly, get your buff, and then single target in, maybe? Not entirely sure if that's how that would work, but could be. We already have ours, so let's just go ahead and taunt again and see if we can just kill their Melly off. Because once Melly's dead, this team falls apart. Lots of damage there, very good. Is using Tarmiel, but doesn't matter because I one-shot both times. So that's actually really nice. I have my counter up. I do actually really like the theme of this Sariel, like the little like particle effects and stuff like that swirling around. Pretty cool looking, gotta say. Not sure if this is a unit people are actually going to be wanting to summon for, considering that the goddess team is still, I don't know if I would call them bad, but I don't know that this unit is going to do enough to really bring them back. Would have liked to have maybe used, well, I think ideally you're going to move Sariel to the back line, because realistically you're just going to use him as a backliner, and then you're going to keep Mael up front. Could be wrong about that, but I don't necessarily think that you're going to be using this character as a frontliner. I wonder... Albedo versus Sariel is kind of ironic. Let's just maybe do this. We'll get our single target ready for next turn. Obviously, he can just attack into me with his Liz and then pop her passive, but... interested to see how it goes. I'm not really a big fan of the single target for Sariel just being a deplete card, but I guess in a situation like this where if Liz does die and we gain the ultimate move gauge, we could take it off, but we also need to be able to kill Albedo, which I think that Melee can do. I think. So, he does have buffs on, so I'm a little worried about that. We have damage taken increase as well, which is pretty scary. Let's go ahead and... can we do it like this? Because I need to make sure that Albedo dies. That's really bad. I forgot that evasion was even an option there. Okay, we're gonna pull ultimate on Sariel. We do still kill... I mean... did I really need to use the level 2 against her first? Probably not, but the idea was kill Albedo, bait out the Dragon Rampage card with the single target from Sariel, and then attack with melee and kill Milim as well. Obviously the evasion food messed that up, but oh well. Doesn't get his ultimate this turn. Does one-shot the Sariel, so the counter, the ultimate, all for nothing there, but honestly, kind of to be expected. Let's be honest with ourselves. I need a melee single target, and I do get it. I do get it. Let's go for... really no reason not to just go straight in, because if I do anything else, Liz is going to pop her passive, so this kills... I assume these AoEs kill off, yeah, the rest of them, so... I mean, you know, I'm not terribly impressed by that, but so far, so good. Alright, we have another demon team. 215, so could be evasion food. Could be a bot. You never know. I do really like using the stance. Obviously, you want to put buffs on, so there's not really any reason to use any other card combination here. I guess we just throw out the Margaret card, just to bait out the evasion, just in case, because if you waste the melee card, I mean, it is what it is. But, okay, so actually doing way more damage than I was expecting that card to deal. A bit strange. I just didn't want to, I mean, ideally, I think you want to use this card while you have the shield up, but if it hits evasion, like, what's the good? So we can maybe just use it to bait off the shield next turn. I do really like the effect on the just the new Sariel in general. Very cool looking, like, counter. It's cool. I'd be interested to go up against another one, just so I can try to see if I can, like, use the AoE to bait out the shield kill, and then use the single target to kill the Sariel off. I think that would be kind of a cool play, but not entirely sure on that. I think if we kill... I think if we can kill Melee and Elizabeth right here, they get rid of the buffs, so that way they take more damage. Okay, yeah, I didn't really expect that to actually do any decent damage. Can we... that's not gonna get Okay, never mind. That was way more than I thought it was. The final hit is what does the most damage with the AoE, so it always kind of throws me off, but that was kind of cool. What do we got? Okay. Lots of demon teams today, which I'm playing ungeared, so maybe demon team is just meta. I'm not entirely sure on that. But, the dog's playing around. Let's just do... I'm going to throw the AoE out. Whatever. We'll see if it does damage. If not, oh well, I guess. Not entirely. Okay. Actually does do some damage. Pretty good damage at that. Can't complain with that. Okay. Extra single target, which is big, so that means we can double shot into melee, hopefully. We need to be able to kill the shield, though, and I'm not entirely sure. Okay, never mind. This will actually... Okay, yeah, that gets rid of the shield. Ooh, is he doing the play? He is! Doesn't kill. Ah. Unfortunately, the counter did not do nearly as much as I was wanting it to. Does kill my Sariel off there, so that's a bit unfortunate. That's basic stats lost. Not ideal, I don't think. Let's go ahead and do this. Did we target? I'm not entirely sure if we targeted there. I think we did. Using the level 2 first just because they have extra defense related from the Nanashi. And then we're good to go. Okay. That works out pretty nicely. I mean, we don't have like ultimate in hand or anything, but odds of him killing me twice, probably not great. Do pull some AoEs, which is actually pretty good. That is doing a lot to Elat. He can probably kill off Elat to get rid of my basic stats. Is the play he's going for here. Pretty typical, I would say. That's probably what I would do. Try to just lower as many stats as possible, because... Ooh, okay, he did a lot of damage there. Oh, I actually pulled my ultimate, though, so big rip. Because I might have wailed a little bit on this one. might have goofed a little bit. Didn't kill. That's great. I think he wins. I think he kills me because this character doesn't have like a damage cap or anything, and her ultimate pretty good. Deserved, honestly. Wail harder. You know what I mean? All right, a little bit of load time on this one. Another demon team. What is up with all these demon teams? This definitely feels like evasion food to me. So let's go ahead and... I wonder if it would be more worth it to just throw out the Sariel card instead. Let's try that, I guess. Because, I mean, it taunts anyway. We'll see what it does. Yep, evasion food. Figured that was coming. So we have our shield on. He'll do some damage to it, of course. We pull an extra taunt, which is kind of nice. But if he does the AoE into single target play, like the last guy did, which, good play, probably can just immediately get rid of Sariel. In a scenario like this, I mean, honestly, we can just kind of, well, he's going to pop his passive, though. That does actually get rid of the... Okay, depletes 2 ultimate move gauge orbs. At least we have the more updated ult drain card. Because, like, sometimes they'll give these old characters, like, the bat... Oh, you see the dog? What are you doing? Crazy dog. Sometimes they'll give these, like, old characters new units, and then they'll just give them, like, really old cards. Like, the old deplete card used to be just, like, deplete one, and then deplete, like, 2 or 3 on level 3. I can't remember exactly, but then they finally updated it where they were like, okay, let's give it, like, deplete 1, 2, and then 3. So, oh well. Single target. I mean, hopefully he doesn't have an extra single target. That's a lot of damage. Okay, Margaret barely lives that. Okay, let's go. Can we get an extra single target, please? Okay, let's go. So in this scenario, think I'm chilling. I think I'm chilling. I could definitely still die. We literally just lost the last game. Nice. Into the same thing. So there goes Melly. He doesn't get his... He tried to just ult rush me, which is fair. I mean, you know, I don't think that Sariel's really like that big of a threat to where you just don't want to attack into him at all, but I get the play. Like, I understand. We do pull an extra single target, which is nice. I think we lose Blade of Judgment, though. So, unless he pops a res here and re-ups it, I don't think we're going to be able to use that. But we can buff again if he doesn't just kill Margaret here. Okay, killing off Elat, fair enough. I get it. He probably kills Margaret. Yep, that definitely kills Margaret. Okay, does re-up on my thing. I unfortunately don't merge anything. Unfortunate. I don't. This is like the same scenario, which is not a good scenario to be in. This is helpful. Unfortunately, I cannot target. I would really just... Because he'll get his ultimate. I don't... what was that? 1-6? I think it would still kill me. I think I'm better off using the AoE here. I could be wrong. Because if I can kill off... I was really hoping to kill both of these off, and then he'll have less cards to use. Really unfortunate. I was going to just try to kill Gelda. Or I could have tried to kill Nanashi. I think Gelda probably would have been the better play. Yeah, yikes. Okay, well, what can you do? What can you do? That's GG. Unfortunate. Yeah, the Goddess team, I mean, I'm going to go one more, but the Goddess team just definitely doesn't have the, like, the oomph that I'm looking for that the Demon team just always seems to have. All right, we have a unknown team. Actually, not entirely sure on this. I think we do same old, same old. He's using the Sabnak variant, though, which I haven't seen Sabnak really used in a while. Typically, people just use the Dian. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, he has AoEs with Sabnak, of course, so he can try to use that to get rid of the shield, maybe. And then he can upgrade. I assume he's upgrading onto Milim. Upgraded onto Gother. That would have been my last thought. Didn't break the shield with that. 81k is not terrible. I'm not sure why you're playing it like this. Oh, because okay. It didn't even put the debuff on though, so I really don't know what you were doing there. Let's just re-up on this because Margaret's passive actually will give us some more stats. I really don't want to kill Sabnak and give him the thing, so I'm gonna play it like this instead. I was gonna say like we can use the AoE to lower their crit resistance, I think it is. But I didn't want to accidentally kill Sabnak, him gain the thing to where he only takes 1 damage. Okay, he barely lives, but getting rid of Sabnak is nice too, because Gother, let's be honest, not going to be able to do it on his own, and then Nanashi doesn't do much of anything. I mean, he's stat boosting, but what do you got? Dog's going crazy. Level 3. Oh, we're still taunting, actually, but I just don't have a stance up at the moment. Out of pure curiosity, I don't know if this is even a real player or not. So I'm just gonna do this. Just so that way he can't ult me for 1, but oh, I only have 2 buffs on as well because I didn't have. Well, yeah, I think that ran out on Sariel, maybe. Upgraded again, okay. Into the attack card. Only 3 buffs. Okay, 227 though. Kind of decent, let's be honest. I think he has to, yeah, he has to attack me with Nanashi, so let's just do this to buff and then move that. So that way we make sure we have some buffs on. Unfortunately, I don't... Did he even do damage with Gother? I think he did, right? But I didn't gain the attack from the Holy Relic, maybe? Ah, doesn't kill. 169. I mean, obviously, like, very little buffs at the time, so is what it is. We'll just go ahead and just end this off, but I don't know. Obviously, would I recommend going for the Sariel? Probably not, but I do like the Goddess team, and I think that there's potential for her to be, like, a good, like, backliner, so maybe we'll do another video where we use Margaret, Mael, and Melly and Elizabeth in the front, and then use Sariel in the back, just to kind of, like, compare, but, I don't know. I wish I could use this Queen Liz, but obviously the new Melly Elizabeth unit is going to be the better choice. So either way, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys later.